One of my clients shared a video with me found here on YouTube that promises stupendous overnight results. And when I say overnight, I'm talking about maybe 5 to 7 days. Now, let's talk about that real quick, because there's a lot of people that I bet would absolutely believe that you can legally and permanently remove your negative items, your collections, your charge-offs, your repos, your foreclosures, bankruptcy, judgments, tax liens in just a couple of days. Now, hear me out for a second before you go and, scroll away or whatever. Is there a fast way to remove negative items from your credit report? Yes, there is, but it's not going to happen in a handful of days. Why is it not going to happen in a handful of days? Well, let me tell you something. These negative items are meant to stay on your credit report. They're not meant to be removed. Why? Because the credit bureaus actually make money from the negative items on your credit report. Yes, bet you didn't know that, right? And when you delete something, when you get something deleted from your credit report, they're no longer being paid to report it. What does that mean? It means that the credit bureaus have zero incentive to help you. They have zero incentive to remove these things from your credit report. And let's look at just the timing, Let's look at things realistically. So you spend, a couple of years or so, jacking up your credit and getting these collections and these charge-offs and repossessions and all that kind of stuff. And in just a week, you can permanently remove this stuff. I mean, don't you think that if it were true, if it were like that, if you could really do that, then this process that belongs to whoever that is, this process would actually be a part of, dealerships, and the loan officers would use it, and because they make commission. So that would basically guarantee them a sale, right? That all these people they have to turn away because they can't get these loans, they would actually be able to qualify them. They would make, their G's off of every single sale, and hey, everybody would be driving Lamborghinis, everybody would, have, basically a house like this, right? And everybody would be happy. The whole world would just be freaking happy. And you and I both know it's not like that. Why is it not like that? Let's not get into why it's not like that. But what we can talk about is what is realistic. Now, we already talked about what's not realistic, right? Fixing your credit in a week. The only way that you could do that is if you're an actual victim of identity theft, right? You're an actual victim of identity theft. You have an actual real police report. You went into the police station. You have hundreds of pages of documentation proving that you truly are a victim, and there's no way to question it, right? And even then, even with all of this proof, the credit bureau still might actually deny you, right? So there's no guaranteeing that you'll be able to get that stuff off in a week. And then you'll be kind of in the same boat that a lot of consumers get in, where, they have to say, yeah, it was identity theft, but it kind of really isn't. I tried that method and it didn't really work out, so now I'm going with factual disputes and blah, 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 right? What if you looked at these things realistically and you said, okay, I spent a good 5 years screwing up my credit, screwing up my life. I had this happen and that happened and this happened and that happened. And now I really want to legally and permanently remove these things. Well, you would look at this and you would say, you know what? I'm sure it doesn't happen in just a couple of days, because then otherwise there wouldn't be such a divide between the rich and the poor, right? There wouldn't be poverty. This entire system would be completely and totally different. So what if it's about 4 to 6 months? Now, see, that is realistic. Let's look at what credit repair is. Credit repair is 12 to 24 months, right? A credit sweep is 4 to 6 months, depending on what you have. Now, see, that sounds more real than someone saying, I guarantee I'm going to get things off for you in just a week. You can't force the credit bureaus to do anything. They, again, are there to ensure that your negative items stay on your credit report, my friend. So look, I'm not trying to burst your bubble. I'm not trying to do anything other than tell you need to be careful with what you see here on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, because the majority of it is not real. If you do want to see something that's real, I have a playlist that shows you hundreds of before and afters in, hundreds of credit score increases, deletions, all that kind of stuff. I have tons and tons of video reviews by my clients, and I show you what is real. What's real is that you can get these things off, but it's going to take you a little bit of time. And the way that I personally do it is using manual Metro 2 disputes, or not disputes, but challenges, middle of the month violation attacks, factual disputes, and eOscar code deletions. So if you want to learn more about that, I have 1,800 videos that go way back to July 2015, or you can see if I can do it for you, and you would just go to my740.com, schedule a call with me, and I will see if I can personally do the credit suit for you. But you gotta be realistic. You gotta be realistic, and you gotta say, hey, wait, probably doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but it probably doesn't work like that. If it did exist, I promise you I'd be selling it to you. I would be showing you exactly how to do it. It would be a step-by-step thing. It would probably cost $5,000. And you know what? There's 68 million people that would benefit from it. So I would be a fajillionaire, okay? But that's it for today. Hope I didn't burst your bubble. But I mean, either way, there's good news. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and you can fix these.